Hello. How are you? We meet again, you know, and it's a beautiful morning. You'll see my tea. It's very hot, smoking hot, and it's bringing out the smoke and what have you. And it's good for you to have your tea in the morning. So, it feels good. We're still in the month of consciousness in the region where the majority are Muslims, and it's still the month of Ramadan in the last 10 days with a lot of adjustments that we need to do in this region. We have a lot of religious corruption. We have a lot of corruption on its own, social corruption. And that's why I'm here from time to time socializing. And the gears that I have on these days is because, it's easy to put on and it feels good for you to just put it on and it's light, and I don't have to explain some things about my dress code and what have you, because it's very important I do things that make me comfortable. And if you have to explain every bit of your stuff, then you're going to start losing it. So the most important aspect of life is for you to own certain things of yourself. You need to own your space. You need to own certain things, within yourself, and you need to also find things that make you comfortable. And that's why when people talk about dress codes and stuff, I research and I put it out there for you people to see. So I made a post, and the post is very relevant because most of the preaching that I do get, the online preaching that I get, I notice the majority are from Kano, Kano love, peace. So I decided to put out the research, and I think there's nothing wrong for you to research and put it out for them so that they can have some kind of sense, because it doesn't add up each time you go about hunting other people, preaching, when you also have your own mess. So we need to all together, work to make ourselves better. There's no such thing as a perfect human being on this earth, and we need to do things that will uplift us. Dressing is the least problem that we have. Dress code, and then the last there's a thing about abaya that came out. People were talking about they like intelligent women, they don't want abaya and stuff. You're tired, you like fashion. That's the essence of all this marriages and stuff. People marry because they want fashion. They want fashionable women. The ones that they have at home, they are outdated. They need more fashionable, always looking around to look for fashionable women. So now that the girls know that you like fashion, they are now into the fashion. Now it's not all about fashion. So you people are now waking up to realize that it's all about intelligence. Oh God, this is good. So we need to all encourage our women to go to school, to be more skill built and have more things up here. It's not all about makeup. Now you understand when you come, some people are demanding that that I start putting makeup and what have you. I told them that I do things that make me comfortable. When I show up, I've gotten all the insults, and I've gotten over all the insults that I've gotten. When I first came up, started the lively stuff, I've done it for many years. I've been doing it, but I got more dedicated this time because the awareness needs to go beyond, and we need to further more, enlighten more people. So, at first my nose, my lips, my eyes, my skin, my teeth is too white, every damn thing, and I'm grateful. So I try to make people understand that you can say you believe in God, and then you have the guts to insult God's creation when you cannot even create an ant or even a piece of leaf, or a sun or anything you can create. You can create anything, but you have the guts to insult God's creation. And that's what makes it really, hypocritical. And that's why God always says that he is angry with hypocrites, and he has a verse of Aminaofafrica. You can't claim you're with God and you're doing some certain things that doesn't make sense. And then you can claim that, you know, you are so perfect. You're putting an eye on people's children when you yourself, you have a lot of work. So let's try to make our environment better and make our lives better. And chairmans, you know, local government chairman, you people just finished your primaries, right? Congratulations to all those that have been elected from their parties. Now it's time for you people to get the message. Pass this message to all those local government chairman aspirants and stuff, and you know, candidates that they want to aspire to become chairman. These are where our mess starts. You know, our mess starts from local government chairman. So when you want to come to the seat, you know, you're starting. Some is their first time coming into the election arena and the political arena. Some they are being sponsored by some certain other people. Some they are sponsoring themselves. Some they are using their little resources to come into power. Let me tell you something. Time has changed. This is a digital era. Don't come thinking that you're going to loot. We would disgrace you. Because youths now, that's the reason why I enlighten youths. We would disgrace you. You'll be disgraced. Don't go and think that you're going to go and buy fancy cars, build houses, start marrying. Better start having projects that you will do, because those local government, we need projects at local government. That's where our mess is. We need projects, reasonable projects at local government stages. You know, you need to start thinking of what you need to contribute to your local government, not for you to be thinking on how to eat the money. It's not eat, I eat. Oh. Stop doing that eat, I eat. If you know you're a youth and you're going to go and do eat and eat, you have no difference between you and Boko Haram bandits and kidnappers. Don't go and think that you loot under democracy. You have no difference. Criminality is criminality. It's just that we have different patterns of criminality. So start thinking of what you can give to your people, what you can offer. Don't start thinking of how you're going to go and loot. Start thinking of people that you work with. It's very important. So that's what I have for you. Do your best to make sure that you create certain things that is different. Youths, when you're going into power, make sure that you leave a mark. You leave a mark. You know, everybody in this world, if you want to become a great person, you have to leave a mark. You see Western people doing it, they leave a mark. You know, all those young people that went into the seat of power during the elections in democracy and stuff, be it in Europe, whether MPs and stuff, whether the new Congress men and women that went in recently, you know, they are going to work very hard. So let's try to emulate that kind of energy. Stop thinking that you're going to buy new iPhones and new Jeep and stuff. You know, everybody has to coat his coat according to his size. Don't use your office to live a large life. And if your office is not that big enough, or it's not that juicy enough, or it does not have the allowance to back you up, but you want to use the funding, because there are some office that is big enough, you have allowances and stuff as enough for you, and it's a juicy office. And there are some offices that are not juicy. You juice out the blood of your people, and you juice out the whole community. So we need to always have this plan. We need to have conscience and stuff. And that's the essence of having religion. When you have a religion and you are a leader, you activate that consciousness. But most people claim they have religion and they don't activate that consciousness. And their conscience is mute. Their heart is mute. They're heartless. They dress like religious people, but they are not religious. You know? They act like religious people. They speak like religious people, and they are not religious. That's why I told you, dressing is not part of our problem. Poverty, bad leadership, you know, insecurity, food security, you know, farmers not going to farm, and many other things, you know, food going up, and many other things. Those are our problems. When you come quoting hadith, start quoting hadith on food. Start quoting hadith on food. During Ramadan, food goes up. I heard that Dangote and Boa were fighting on certain things and stuff. Is that what Muslims are supposed to be doing for each other? So let's start talking the reality and opening up the reality. We need to ease our life, not make our life harder. You know, our life is hard enough. You know, people are trying to express themselves and be themselves and find things that will console them. You are here to, when the mindset is not okay, how will you have the mind to perform any religious activities? Have you ever gone to the psychiatric home to go and preach religion? That's one thing. We need to have sense and stop being deceived. You know, you come, you start fighting with yourselves. You can't be fighting with yourselves when the real problem is poverty, lack of security, you know, and then food security. When people don't have food, they go out, they can do anything. There were times when people were running off with pot of rice. You know, there were times people were snatching food from people's hands, you know. And it's very easy for some certain people to blame leaderships and blame things and stuff, but it's a systematic mess. When we were advocating, telling you people not to vote, get paid, people were telling me, because I was in the previous election that just happened. I forgot to show you my chocolate cookies and my coconut cookies. And wow, and my kilishi. Anyway, so let's get on to it. People were telling me that I shouldn't waste my time. I went to the collation center. It was about money. I was at the voting center. It was about money. People were paying money from 2,000, 1,000, from 5,000 to the people navigating to watch their stuff, you know, the returning officers and what have you, you know, to 10,000 to some cases and stuff. Many different things happened. I just went in one corner when the thing was just, I was overwhelmed. I went to all the polling booths because I was a director for a senator, you know, director campaign. I went there and I sat down and I cried. I cried. And then when I finished crying, I had strength. I was in so much pain because I just couldn't get it. And then the women, some of the women leaders that they were like with us, they just switched when it comes to money after collecting some of, to transport people, you know, we paid some money buses for people to transport themselves. When they came, they just became business people. How won't you suffer? Why won't you suffer? Eh? You will suffer. You will suffer it. And then this woman had the guts, the woman leader, to call me to tell me that she needs money for her son's tuition, university tuition, that I promised to give her some part of it. I told her, have you forgotten what you did to me? I was calling you. You weren't even picking the phone. 2 months later, you have the guts to call me to tell me you want school fees for your son. Huh? So you see, when you make business, election business, you don't make it building your community. So now, make election building community, knowing that one tree has to grow here, another tree has to grow here, the other tree has to go there. You know, you have to have a fruity situation. You can't just be having desertic situation. We have now come to the era of building ourselves before we go into our graves. So you will never get development inside your grave. You will go and rest. You will go and rest. So stop deceiving yourself. Do your best to make sure you surround yourself with credible people, integrity, integracious people, not people with low integrity. People that will go and they will do business transaction. You call them, hello, chairman, hello, honorable member, hello, senator, hello, our senator. They are killing us in our village. Please, please tell them to come and send. And then he will just off his phone, close his phone, just go and sleep. Maybe he's in his girlfriend's place. You don't know. You have to get passionate people. Wise up. That's the essence of all the things that I'm doing. Enough. If you love technology, you love standard quality ways of life, you look at Western countries, you look at other regions and stuff, and you know that, yes, it baffles you. You love that kind of aspect. And that's the reason many youths are going through the Sahara to travel out, because they are sick and tired of their regions. To establish a waste network, you know, a sewage network, you know, it's a problem. You go to developed country, you see how their sewage, it's engineered, you know, it's in electrical form and stuff. They control it. And we are here, light is a problem. Light is a problem. Network is still bouncing. from time to time. We have all these problems because we refuse to respect ourselves. By the time we start electing leaders that they are passionate, they will make sure we have all this 24 hours situation. We have 24 hours light, we have 24 hours security, we have securities that they are passionate because we have leaders that they are passionate. It's from the top. We must start voting leaders that they are passionate, not businessmen. Not businessmen. This local chairman that you are voting, make sure you vote passionate ones regardless of party. Regardless of party, vote passionate people, people that will go in and give you things that will bring you respect. Don't go and vote somebody that is thinking of doing project, also his own personal project. You don't even know you have a chairman. Chairmen are very important too, because chairmen too, they can go and be behaving like the way your senators and your members are behaving. They'll collide all together. They'll become one rope. You even know what is leadership. You even know your entitlement or your rights. So it's very important you start knowing what your chairmen do. And youths that they are going in as chairman, I'm telling you, don't go and be doing business as usual, because criminals now are becoming more intelligent. Very, very intelligent. They attack chairman, local government chairman, they attack them. So it's better you go there, you know the kind of project that you do for your local people. Because the local government, we need a lot of project there. There are lack of roads, there are lack of water, infrastructure problems, education, many things. So don't go there and think that you just eat money. They will just give you money, you just eat at local level. You know, and then all the money that you spend during campaign, you start thinking of how to go and do certain things. Know that you have a strategy. Know that you have to deliver. Know that you have to leave a legacy. Enough the eat and eat business is a criminal ways, is a criminal time, is a criminal theory. There's no difference with the bandits on the streets, the kidnappers on the street, and Boko Haram that we have. So when you're going in the local government level, make sure you're going in to deliver. These are things that I have for you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll